What's up, everybody? Welcome to Chronicles of the Chef. I'm Scott Hamilton, and in today's video, I'm taking you along for part 2 of my most recent trip to Mexico with my brother Paul and our good friend Isaac. It's Easter Sunday, and we explore some ruins, stumble upon live music, and of course, find some amazing tacos. Let's go. To start the day, we went to Easter Mass. I have never been to an Easter Mass specifically, and while it was all in Spanish, obviously, and my Spanish language skills are majorly lacking, it was still a really cool experience. The architecture of the Metropolitan Cathedral of Mexico City was stunning, both inside and out. We were nervous it was going to be really crowded, but it wasn't, and it was just a very peaceful morning, both in the cathedral and out on the plaza, making it a very pleasant way to start the day. But we were ready for breakfast. I felt like I was back in Utah as we struggled to find a spot that was open on Sunday morning. There was some foreshadowing of tacos to come later in the day as we saw spits all over the place, getting ready, but we were on the hunt for breakfast. Found a spot, got some chilaquiles that were all right, way too much horchata, but we had full stomachs and we were ready for the next adventure. We strolled through the Constitution Plaza, where I learned is one of the main places they hold all sorts of protests and political rallies. It was really cool kind of walking through and seeing that. We rounded the corner of the cathedral, heading to the Museum of the Temple Mayor. As we walked to the entrance, there was a little bit of a market being set up, and people were starting to be out and about. You could really feel the energy of the city starting to build. We took our time exploring the ruins of the Temple Mayor and the museum that is attached. These ruins were discovered under the city, and the cathedral was purposely built on top of the temple's wild concept. The artifacts and the history of the different groups of people that lived here before Spain arrived was so fascinating and really fun to learn about. The masonry and the sculpting was amazing. The temple was built in a fashion where they just continued to build pyramid structures over each other so that it got bigger in height and in the width of the base. And it created this maze system underneath. I wish I could have seen it in all its glory. The bells rang quite constantly from the bell towers of the cathedral, and it was really cool that we could actually see them ringing the bells in the tower. With our stomachs still full from breakfast, we decided to just walk and explore the city on our way back to our Airbnb. Strolling through the city, we came across some really cool markets, some cool architecture and buildings, and just kind of took our time. Of course, we were tempted by all sorts of spits of delicious al pastor, but we did our best to refrain because we knew that those kind of tacos would come in later in the evening. We found this little cannabis festival with live music, which is the music that's playing in the background right now from this band that we got to stop and watch. It was a lot of fun. We then hopped in an Uber, hit some gelato before we took some afternoon naps. After some time relaxing at our Airbnb, we made our way to yet another Michelin guide recommended taco spot, El Vilsito, known for their tacos al pastor. It's a mechanic shop by day, delicious taco shop by night, and I am here for it. We got a few different things, but started off with the tacos al pastor, and they were absolutely amazing. The pineapple was perfectly sweet and tangy. The flavors were deep and rich with just the right amount of heat. The meat was so tender and juicy. It's what they are known for, and they do it right. I also got an arrachera con queso and a chorizo taco. This arrachera con queso was a massive pile of nopales, carne, chiles, aceballos, and queso, and it was every bit as delicious as it looked. It was ooey and gooey, and look at that cheese pull. My brother got this Volcan Charo, which is basically a queso fundido taco with frijoles on it, and it was also incredible. These were some of the best tacos and food of the trip so far, and not even seen was a phenomenal al pastor torta that Isaac got. We were completely stuffed and satisfied, leaving El Vilsito, and would absolutely go back in a heartbeat. Next day was a travel day. Isaac and I found a cool little coffee shop, got some delicious little coffees, and then we all headed to the bus station. I have never experienced a bus station like this before. It's like this little airport. There's these beautiful floors, there's shops everywhere. It was such a cool experience. We got our tickets, found our bus, got settled in to see that Raya was playing. Thankfully, I've seen it, so I was able to follow along. Even with my lack of Spanish knowledge, I caught some beautiful views before I took a nap and was super stoked to explore our next town. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, do all those fun things, and be on the lookout for the next part of this Mexico adventure. See you next time.